No, Bobby. Oh, number one, winner chicken dinner. You win some of the earnings plays, you lose some of the earnings plays. I think we won. I think we won this one. I'm happy about the levels that I called because I literally nailed the. I mean, I didn't know it was going to finish at my level, but it literally finished like just a few dollars. So tell us all what happened with the markets. We're going to go over that here in just a second. Did you see? Yeah, I called before the market closed. I called Facebook straddle. So essentially, looking to the upside or the downside. My level for Facebook, if I was going to play it, was going to be really simply 248. That's the level that I called at the most that we would see. We did see 245, which is this main support level here. So you'll likely see like, a retest of 265 tomorrow, possibly. No, the Facebook play was in the small account. So, all right. Good evening. Can you talk to us when it's smart to buy green calls? Um, I think when there's solution to me, I'm not buying anything until we find solutions to major issues that I know can only compound and get worse. How big is the big account now? I don't really disclose the size of my main account, guys. Um, I did take Facebook, but the small account got big. It might be bigger, but are you still in Neo calls in the small account? LaCroix, LaCroix or whatever. I actually um cut Neo calls. Yeah, so I'm actually going to be watching that one to the downside. Long term, yeah, nothing long term for me quite yet. We got to get through earnings season. And right now, I kind of threw this out here, originally, um, but I figured that this is likely what could happen is a run up going into earnings, essentially. What is this? All right. We got about 25 people here. I'm gonna in the YouTube channel. About 135 here, guys. If you guys want to actually, if you are on TikTok and you want to talk to me or you want to leave a request or ask a question, this is your time. There's no charge. It's all free. I wouldn't mind if you guys would go subscribe to the YouTube channel and let other people who ask as well. But I am on there right now. So would you rather us be on YouTube? Personally, I can see your request better on YouTube. So I don't really have a percent that I want to hit. I just have short-term goals that compound. What's up, everybody? Yeah, no, what a drop. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Something is wrong with my YouTube live? No, there isn't. Oh, what's up, Doran? How's it going, man? One second, guys. I'm gonna restart the TikTok stream really quickly. Hold on. Alrighty, y'all. Um, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the recap. BT, that's a great question, and I would be happy to answer that. So give me one second. All right, guys. So, what a day! What a day! What a day! Well, most of the action happening, seemingly in after hours. But overall, let's see here. Sorry about that. Overall, looking at the S&P and major ETFs, we got the S&P up 0.94% was the closing price. Nasdaq up 0.50% or Russell down 1.3%, and the Russell down 1.03%, and the Dow Jones up 0.63%. So we did see Google. Google did actually recover a bit of the gains that it lost from the gap up. Um, but it initially did end up closing back down about 50% close to that or the open. So we did see Google kind of stay in range from the gap up off of the 20-for-1 split. I think investors have been digesting the fact that it is likely that they will be utilizing these profits in an offering in the future. So anyway, we saw NRT up 14.84%, Google up 737%, and REPX ripped about 18%. We see ELMs erased about half of its value today after the CEO and chairman stepped down from the EV startup. We saw PayPal plunging about 24% today after reporting poor earnings guidance. If you guys got into PayPal, that was a pretty damn sweet play. This is exactly, and we just got a question on what do I look for when I'm actually playing earnings. And this is going to be a great opportunity to answer that question. So I'll answer that question in just a minute, is what I mean by that. Anyway, communication sector soared about 2% as the largest gainer. We saw real estate also gained about 1.72%. Utilities jumped 1.48% as well. Now, for the real meat, the thick of it. So if you guys got in at the end of the day for the Facebook puts, this is the earnings that went behind Facebook. So we did actually, those of you who remember the close today um, on the close today, I did get asked, where would I play Facebook, up or down? Where would where would my targets be? And immediately I said 265, and at a low of 248. Now, if you turn on the after hours, of course, you'll obviously notice that Facebook actually closed at 248, or 249 rather, after tapping 244.26. So we went with a 260 put, and that's likely to be up couple thousand%. But earnings per share, we saw $3.67 adjusted. Analysts expected about $3.84. Revenue was 33.67 billion, plus 30% year over year. Analysts expected 33.4 billion. daily active users 1.9 billion versus the 1.92 billion versus the 1.93 billion in Q4 or Q3 the analysts were looking for. Company also missed its monthly active users. The street was looking for 295 or 2 billion, 2.95 billion, and they booked about 2.91 billion. Of course, we did also see the let's see here. I'm trying to like skim through this. Um, Seems like the loss in the monthly active users they did make up for with record sales of the Oculus VR set. Many investors expected a Q4 bump from that. However, even though it made about 877 million in revenue, it operated at a 3.3 billion dollar loss. When you put that side by side with company growth driver, it really puts things into perspective. So Facebook was down 23% in after hours trading. All right. So let's see here. Real quick, we got to recap the rest of them. So I had a lot of you guys ask me about Spotify, and I had a couple people who took Spotify. This one, gosh, man, technical analysis just doesn't work. Just kidding. So this one, we kind of tracked a potential support here. And if you go look at Spotify, it looks like it shot down from its high 204, 205 to reject and drop down to the 150 mark, closing back up on top of support at 171.73. So if you're in that, you're going to want to see where that opens up tomorrow because you might see a little bit of resiliency there as it will have a gap to the upside that it might fill immediately. QCOM. So QCOM, this one, guys, you asked me, those of you in the chat asked me, what do I think about QCOM earnings? I told you that I didn't like QCOM earnings, and the reasoning behind this was due to where they're at on the chart, and I'm pretty sure that that analysis, obviously, well, I'm not pretty sure, I'm 100% sure that a rejection off of resistance and closing back down near the point of control was pretty much exactly what I would have been expecting if it had not closed up around the $200 mark. 200 was the target that I gave for the upside. Um, yeah, and we're gonna talk about UC vlog. Not like personally. No, I do not. Um, if you guys are not on YouTube, that's where I'm taking all of these requests. The link is in the bio. But anyway, QCOM, this one dropped, closed at 182.44. They topped earnings and sales expectations and provided an impressive outlook for the upcoming quarter. Sales increased 30% year over year. So they did okay, but they didn't end up holding up. T-Mobile did actually end up holding up. They better because my phone bill is absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, that's about it, guys. We saw that QCOM and Spotify both not making for the best earnings opportunities, but Facebook, man, uh, everything is dropping today for a reason. UC vlog, you can DM me on TikTok or on Discord or anything like that. We do have a Discord, where you can learn, and there's a ton of educational material, but not at the moment. I'm not doing that now. Yeah, 1 second. Do I like Facebook at these prices? I don't like Facebook, period. Facebook has a gap to fill to 235. That's sick. Yeah, hell yeah, we'll short that gap. Could you imagine if Facebook gapped down to 235? We would have 260 puts in the money. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am emotional about this shit. No. That's one way to do that. I am. I'm mad emotional about this. And I'm gonna try and take tonight to cool the hell off. But man, these don't come around a lot. And I'm looking at my earnings play bangers that I've kind of like crushed this year, and this is just one of them that I'm excited for, because it's almost like you're going to bed on Christmas and you like already know there's presents there. So I just want to open it. Like I kind of want to sleep in, but Aussie, yeah, this is a big part of that. But dude, oh my God, if Facebook lost another $20, would be sick, but I would still take profit. I'm out of Facebook. I don't care where it opens up. So anyway, that's it. Enough gloating. Let's talk about FedEx. So FedEx is on the watch list tomorrow. You guys are probably asking me why. This was crazy. Today, I did signal Facebook or FedEx puts. I know a couple of you guys got these to the downside here. This made for a really great play. A lot of you guys got 70, 60% on weeklies. Then it started building this rising wedge. We did end up spotting it. We also took averaged up on longs, those of you in the chat. And then we ended up taking it short again. Now, this one did pop. I was speculating that this was likely a triangle, and it just would not break this point of control towards the end of the day. Just everything, every time it would head up, it would just continue to reject. So at this point, looking at the trajectory of FedEx and the channel support that it has, I'm thinking tomorrow we should see the gap filled on FedEx. So if you guys are trading FedEx to the downside, for our FedEx, if you look in after hours, actually, so look at extended hours trading, guys. We're at 248. Stick to your guns. Obviously within reason. Sometimes we're just freaking wrong. But Facebook, our FedEx did end up hitting a target, and I would like to actually just see that. It would be really cool if it just gapped down to 246 and we could just leave and then play the gap fill to the upside and then just double down. But anyway, that's FedEx. We're going to be watching FedEx to the downside. Neo, stupid. Excuse me. So I got my issues. We're toxic. Me and Neo got a toxic relationship. So looking at Neo, 5-minute channel, as you guys can see here, higher time frame. It does still appear to give off the inverse head and shoulders look. That's a big ass red candle, guys. And if we know anything about candlesticks, we know that if it takes 1 hour to lose 239 all the way down to 230, 2315, and then it takes 4 hours after that to make that candle back up, that's weakness. And I am expecting this gap to get filled. It will get filled. I will literally call Neo headquarters, and we'll figure it out. So oh man, we got an illmatic. We got somebody with a weak ego already hopping in here. It's all right, dude. I'm just trying to help people, giving it out for free. But you stay behind your little emoji thing. But anyways, we got Neo, 4 hourly candles. Doesn't even engulf the other one. So we know that there's weakness there. Neo gap fills 21.65 to $21. I love it. I still want to short it. It's going to continue to be on the watch list. Let's see. Macy's. I know you guys are probably if what 1A Meg, did you take any courses to learn, or so all of the education that and everybody learns different, for me, I focused excuse me, mostly on listening to other people's synopsis of the same material. And I would listen to those synopsis, and then I would go over and read, what people think about the book, how people implement the book, or that information. And then I would oftentimes even listen to other traders who were screwing up, messing up, doing the wrong thing. And that's one thing that I was able to do, is like see people unfortunately lose and see how they were losing, without doing it myself. But it was a hands-on thing. I am a hands-on learner, so I have to be doing the thing that I'm trying to accomplish in order to learn about it. And so I encourage most people to be hands-on in paper trading or some type of simulation. That way you get an idea of what's going on, and then implement the material becomes relevant when it's in use. It's irrelevant if you don't know that you need it until you do. So, um, you think that I think we should play cat Phil to the upside. We do have some yeah. If you want me to drop a comment on the YouTube channel, if you don't mind. Kent, yes, I did. Yeah, we'll be back on the YouTube. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Oh, Henry, guys, those of you guys on YouTube, I'm just going over my watch list. If you guys are new, I try and focus. If I stopped every 5 minutes, um, it we wouldn't get anything done. So try to make sure that I go over my watch list so that you guys know what I'm watching. Obviously, that's important. I will get to your guys' questions, and happy to do so in just a moment. But okay. Anyway, so Macy's, same thing. Let me show you guys what I'm thinking on this one. So, real quick, same thing. Short coming off the top, 25.62. The candle opens right here. We shoot up. So, really, we can consider this a pretty strong candle. Yeah, I can't find any lo-fi to stream that isn't. Maybe we'll find a Simple Stacks lo-fi artist. If there's any lo-fi artists out there that want to help me curate a playlist. Anyway, so Macy's, I'm looking at one or two things here. I see weakness in the candles coming from the downside. If we take a look at extended hours trading, you'll notice that it did hold its ground. It didn't fall with the rest of the market, still maintaining that level. That being said, I would expect and am anticipating either and I would really prefer it if Macy's just slightly gapped down and then shot up first. I really want to see 25.80 to really, I'm going to leave it 25.90 to the upside. And that's where I want to potentially see a pullback and then a gap fill to the downside, like so. So if you guys see the arrow that I just drew, that's kind of what I'm anticipating here on Macy's. So are we still in a bear market? Technically, I mean, I would say so. I don't really think that we're out of the woods yet, but damn, this is good. Yep. All right. Big step. You like that too? Amazing. Yeah, that's cool. So let me know if you want to enter that together, Big Stepper, and we'll do that. If it pop, so one or two things, and we'll talk about it in the morning. You can text me or call me in the morning, but if you, I'm looking for, I'd like to go up first. If we go up first, I might go ahead and scale into a short here, and then again here, and then go ahead and take it for the break here. And then I think we'll go ahead and make our way down for the majority of the gap. 2381 will be trim time. That's the wick right there. We know that that's possible for a bounce. And then from there, you're looking at potentially getting the rest of that gap filled. So, um, what is this about Facebook? We're going to talk about Facebook here in a minute. Yeah, more in depth. So what's going on with Facebook? They didn't beat earnings. They screwed up. All I know about Facebook is that we're about to make a ass of money on them. So, and we're going to continue to play. So we got to go over the economic calendar. So you guys have my watch list. This is about it for me. I've got Neo. I've got Macy's. Um, yeah, that's obviously Facebook. Hold on one second. Oh, one more thing. Honeywell. So Honeywell has earnings tomorrow. I had no idea. Honestly, at this point, it's just for fun, but it does appear to have a head and shoulders and a major gap to the downside. So if this opens flat, I'm setting alert at 198.41 to play Honeywell to the downside. This one actually really has a good setup to dump. I would love to see this one gap down heavy on earnings. So yeah, SoFlo, I signaled 260 puts on Facebook. Yeah, I swung it into small. It was $46. The contract, I don't know, has anybody calculated the contracts on the option calculator for Facebook? Someone should do that and let me know what it is. $4,000%. I'm looking at it right now. Looks like damn. Damn. If I'm reading this correctly, that's not right. Yeah, that's crazy. That's not right. 2140? Saying 2100 dollars? That's not, that can't be right. Four digits on a small account tomorrow. Hell yeah, dude. I'm trying to like keep it down. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying the fact that we got a banger. But I'm also trying not to let it get to my head because it doesn't matter. It was a gamble. It's not that cool. All right. You just went down a ramp with training wheels. It wasn't that cool. All right, dude. You just jumped down two stairs with some fruit boots, or whatever they're called. All right. No, I mean I'm just stoked. So yeah, so all right, that's it. I did also have Lee Auto. I think Lee Auto still looks really bearish to me. It did go, nobody told me, but it did go fill its gap to the upside. That kind of sucks because I would have liked to play that one to the upside. It held up opposed to Neo, but it does look really short on the lower time frame. So I do have Lee Auto on the watch. But other than that, guys, if you guys want to leave your request on YouTube, I'm happy to take your request. Do I think that there will be more downside movement tomorrow intraday? President, I have no idea. We'll see tomorrow's open. Tomorrow's open has everything to do with everything. How are we making money? How do we make money in this market? We play it to the downside. Option utilizing options. See Kells. What are you talking about? I never tell you what. All right. So 7% triggers circuit breakers downside. Your indicator. Yeah, Facebook hooks are going to be pumped up. Yeah, I wouldn't try and chase Facebook, guys. There's more earning plays. All right. I think if you guys have any requests, please leave them on the YouTube channel. If you're on the YouTube, please leave your stock request. What is it? Repeat your request if you're in the Discord. Hey Potter, what made you buy a Facebook put instead of calls? That is a great question. I bought both. I'm not that it's not that cool, you know? Um I I historically speaking, Snapchat, right? I play Snapchat. I call it, of course, you guys can go find proof right here. September 19th, 2021. If you go look, September 19th, 2021. Uh, I was short on Snapchat to 65. I got laughed at for sure on that one, but I knew that on earnings that it had not gone the way that it was moving upside. It looked like it was just being sold. Uh, During this part of the trading or the range on Snapchat, there was a bit of insider selling. And I knew looking back over the earnings that because of the heavy consolidation, it was due for a large move. But I still, even though I bought puts and I was banking on downside, I still bought calls because I don't know and nor can I anticipate how investors will react. But I can tell you where it's going to go if they don't like it. That's where I have found, I guess you want to call it a talent or whatever you want to call it. That's where I've found my comfort in trading is knowing where a stock will go if it doesn't do well or if it does really well or if it doesn't do well at all, or just doesn't do anything and maybe it's flat. And with Facebook, um, one of the things that kind of spooked me but also made me feel like it had more downside was the fact that it tapped the top of this. So if you step back and you move this over, you'll see that this zone here is where Facebook tapped. So it tapped the top of it. So if we failed earnings, I imagine we'd flush through to the bottom. And this is, basic supply and demand. Anytime Facebook um, moves, excuse me, anytime we're looking at targets, we're looking at supply and demand zones. So, what if Facebook earnings are good? Yeah, in this type of market, focusing on The real window cleaner? Yeah, our Discord is open. Why are so many people talking about getting killed by AMD? So, Alien, it's Facebook was not a hedge. There's a difference. I bought Facebook puts 260 strike for $46 or $48. Yeah. So there's straddles and there's strangles. Strangle, I'm right outside of the money on either side, right? Because you can't strangle somebody from far away, you weirdos. But you can obviously if you're up close. So strangle and then straddle. Straddle, we're outside. We're outside of the money. We're picking a strike probably based on where it could possibly go. If Facebook had done well, I would have probably called 350 to 340, 41, somewhere in there, 345s. That would have been my upside play. But we can talk about it. We can talk about earnings plays. I mean, that's definitely, if you guys want to talk about earnings plays tomorrow, I mean, it's up to you. You guys ask me whatever it is you want to ask, and I'll answer it. But that's the stock twits never come up. That's so dumb. Those of you on TikTok, do me a favor. Give me a little tippity tap on the screen. I do appreciate that a whole bunch. Um, oh, so ER secret. So how? I guess I'll go ahead and answer this question, and then we'll do a little bit more. So how do I pick? Because you guys saw me skip out on Spotify and QCOM and go with Facebook and God, I'm forgetting who the hell else we played. I'm wondering make sure I didn't play anything else. Honeywell. I knew I was forgetting something. So Honeywell, which we don't know how that's gonna play out. Um and then of course Facebook. Um Most of the time when I have to and this is where it's kind of a gut feeling, right? So like it's in my gut based on previous things that I've seen, right? Facebook up here going into earnings, I'm going to anticipate a potential drop. But it also has everything to do with the climate of the market and just the overall economic climate period. We know that, and this is just me weighing out what's going on based on what I know. Facebook has stayed in range above $300 like nobody's business. On top of that, oh God, yeah, I did. I did. Yeah. So on top of that, with Facebook, one of the other reasons that I was really focused on a potential large move, and one of the reasons why it came to my attention is because of the fact that they've moved from their original business model into something new. And even though the Oculus were sold out, that didn't change the fact that there's still supply chain issues. So I was thinking fundamentally, what could allow Facebook to go up? And sometimes it's just that. I also am well aware that a lot of the gains that were made between COVID and now were inflated highly. So when these type of downside moves, when the economic numbers finally catch up, this is the type of thing that I would be anticipating. It's the chart setup. It's the where has the stock stayed and what levels has it bounced off of? What levels has it rejected? So in Facebook's case, if you look at the daily time frame, and you're looking at like, okay, we have since October of 2021, we have stayed near or around our 200-day EMA. If you look at earnings here, even though it didn't take off, it did eventually utilize the time between that earnings, this earnings and the next to rip pretty hard. So again, I don't know for 100% sure that this is going to absolutely rip, but I do know based on the chart and the sentiment that is likely uh to be affected, especially just in Facebook's case, is likely to be affected by the fact that it is changing its business and that it is moving over, and it is Facebook has decreased quite a bit in popularity. Instagram has decreased quite a bit in popularity. So all of these things were flowing through my head. It wasn't just like one thing, it was accumulation. It's the perfect, like, and that's what I have to do. I have to go and look at the stock. Each individual case is different. Not every single earnings is the same, and not every single move is going to work out. Um, i.e., EA. Look at EA. This thing sucks. And watch, it's going to freaking reverse 50% tomorrow or something. But anyway, that's the gist of it. I was wrong about EAA, so there's no like secret formula. It's okay, Disney has dumped, right, from its top. You could even just say from September, it's moved from 186 down to 128. So if I was going to take a call on Disney, I would take a 170 call to the upside. And then to the downside, right, I would probably be looking at the 118 puts to the downside. And you could go out to the weekly, and it would make a little bit more sense why I would be choosing those particular levels, right? Here's 120. Look, 1, 2, 3, flush, 4, rejection, 5, bounce, 6, right? So where would this go? More than likely down to this 120. Now, if it fails 120, its point of control is at 110. The median 115. That's where I'm going to pick Disney. Disney's also fallen a lot. So I also could factor the fact in or factor it in that Disney has made and could have priced in any negative things that have been occurring. Disney has held divergences from major ETFs I mean, you've seen multiple major ETFs that Disney follows move up while Disney has fallen. So what's up, everybody? If you guys 2,000% of 60 is 120K, right? I don't know, but my friend bought 40 260 puts. And he DM'd me about 15 minutes after, told me he was on live. So I don't even know if I'm ever gonna hear from that guy again. Yeah, so on earnings plays, you're mostly taking sides. One side has huge potential of making money, the other side you expect to become worthless. Exactly, Johnny. I do have a bias, and it's based, I am looking at targets based on a couple. I mean, there's a multitude of different factors that come into play. How much has it moved before? Does it move a lot on earnings? You know, those are all things that I have to question. When like Snapchat has earnings, right? Snapchat filled its gap. Snapchat also ripped during COVID. Snapchat also seemingly has gotten less popular. So what would I expect on Snapchat, right? It's fallen, it's dumped, it's already hit $28. That's price targets for the majority of analysts have been around the $28 mark. But I can guarantee you that if Snapchat doesn't do well, we'll see $20 Snapchat again. So, my primary source of income has been and can still is trading. So I pay myself on a monthly basis or 2-week basis. I actually haven't made any money this month because of this small account, but hopefully we'll hit a couple more Facebooks and I'll just spend that. Day trading or long-term investments, both. There's no reason to take sides. So that's the thing is people are saying I should have taken EA bet. Here's the thing. If EA killed your confidence, don't play earnings anymore because you can't, and this I mean this with lots of love. You can't handle it yet. Until you can, don't. And that's the rawest way that I can put it. If you've I mean, even me, like I have to tell, and that's why I'm telling myself to cool it because I can't continue to ever think that playing earnings is a sustainable way to live or trade. It's not. It's just a catalyst, and I take sides. So 1 or 10 more Facebook plays, everything is fine. Yeah, 1 or 10 more Facebook plays, everything is fine. Yeah. I have 260 puts on Facebook. Yeah, also never bet what you don't want to lose. Messiah Hoff Despair. I took profit on a vast majority of my long-term equity right about the time that Microsoft hit 315. And I mean that to the upside. So it's been quite some time. Any long-term equity that I hold um, is speculative or extremely long-term. So, alrighty. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more example here, and then I'm gonna keep moving. So Amazon. All right, I'm gonna give you guys my Amazon, and I'll talk about Ford too. I don't like Ford, but Amazon. That's one that I could expect a big move on because I think a lot of people are going to be expecting Amazon to make a big move. I'm going to be honest with you guys on this one. My first gut instinct, just looking at this chart, is more downside. I already see the sell off occurring. I see the major double top on the daily. I go out to the weekly and I see what looks to be like the most disturbing ascending triangle wedge something. I don't know what that is. Looks like yeah. So I would even just call it a channel. We've broken the channel. We're retesting. We're trying to make our way up to 3170. Can't quite do it, and I think we're just holding our ground until earnings arrives, which is tomorrow. So that being said, and it's really funny that the 200-day EMA is here. I was going to say 2450A to around 2475 would be my targets to the downside. If it does terribly, right? If it does absolutely terribly, I would say 2300 to 2200. And that's just using levels, right? Here's a level. There's the bottom of that zone. And here's a level. And there you go. That's how I just picked my 3 targets. Why? Because it's supply to supply, demand to demand. It's going to go from consolidation point to consolidation point. Yeah. So when I'm looking at earnings, I'm looking at how it's moved in the past, how it could move in the future based on the climate that we're in now. I'm usually looking at the chart setup and I'm forming an opinion from there. If I know anything else or anything further, that's only added information for my benefit. So $3,500. Oh, heck, diesel. I will short that. Oh yeah, Facebook's finna hit, dude. I'm gassed up. I will also say that the one last icing on the cake was how bloated the downside was on Facebook. And I don't know if you guys go and watch the recaps that I put are like go watch the last trading day on YouTube. Like I know it's not fun, you got to scroll through it, but you'll hear me you talk about that. So, yeah, 2000%, 2000% on Facebook likely. Yeah, Facebook, Amazon either does terribly and only hits 32, 36, 35, or it dumps 3,500. I could see 3,500 for sure. Is real estate something that I do as well? I am working my way in, but I'm in a special part of real estate, I guess, or starting to get. I'm more in the historical preservation part of it, so like that's kind of where my attention's drawn. Um, and yeah, that's but not heavy. No. All right. What do we got any other requests? Can I look at Dash? Yeah, I'm gonna hop off at 9:30. So 8:30 tomorrow morning on YouTube and puts on Facebook. I signaled 260 puts on Facebook. Do I think Facebook could drop further? Sure, absolutely. I'm sure it's gonna bounce pretty heavy. My Discord costs $60 a month. But I just had somebody DM me, and I usually don't even discuss this. Um, but I mean, I could show you guys. I'll disclose his name. But I was pretty happy to see this today because this is exactly what we want to do. This is exactly like I would much rather do this. But if you guys look at my chart, he's probably with us right now. But so he sent me a DM and he literally said, "Bro, thank you so much today. I gave you a couple tips. I gave you a couple tips today. I made you or I made over 2K with you today. Now I can join the Discord so I can pay for the wonderful calls." So that's exactly what I love hearing. Like that's dope because I'd rather somebody be able to get to a place where they can understand and operate and then feel that there's value there because they get value before they even join. So but SS, I would love to hear your exact steps you're taking to exit this position. Obviously the open would be wild and you are trading that contract on Weevil. So yes, I'll go over that. Let me finish this dash and we'll go over it here. So dash looks I mean this is hot dog water here. Door dashed hot dog water. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that this company goes way lower. I think it goes way lower. I don't know why, but like DoorDash to me does not seem like it's gotten more profitable. Everything has gotten busier. I think this company goes to 50. You're a DoorDash? No, you're a DoorDash, dude. Guy. I'll dash to your door. What's up? No, I'm just playing. All right. Would you like to get a realtor license? Nah, maybe, maybe for fun. I don't know. What do I? No, we'll look at Tesla. Personally, I can't give you much analysis on DoorDash other than it's at all-time lows. So I think this channel is no longer relevant. So Tesla, 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 Tesla. Gap to the downside still. That's likely not going to remain unfilled. This looks exactly like Neo. So I am going to call it 851.54. Tomorrow above 920, test 937, 940. Above 940, you've got the key level of 960. To the downside, below 889, 890, we're going to hit that 872. We're going to hit, or more than likely from there, flush that gap. So, yeah, I'm going to go over that. So, my steps, the delta on those Facebook puts, there's 100. Oh, yeah. I think DoorDash, still use DoorDash all the time. Heck, you might be the only person using DoorDash, my guy. I'm just kidding, dude. Goated Tacoma. Goated Tacoma. We're in Facebook, dude, and I will be trading live tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, guys, it is Thursday, Friday. Tomorrow is the last day that I will be trading live on YouTube and TikTok for the whole week. So just throwing that out there. There is no live trading other than pre-market prep and post-market prep. So make sure you're here with us tomorrow morning on YouTube and on TikTok because we're going to be trading. So yeah, they fucking deliver my food upside down or not a lot. Oh my God. I mean, it's really convenient, but it's not $100 stock. So I actually may write that down to do a YOLO DoorDash put. Dash. I'm writing dash YOLO put on my watch list. I mean, I really wish HelloFresh didn't suck so bad because I could totally use a service like that. But DoorDash fired me because a customer lied about not getting their food. Don't lie, Bobby. You ate it. Is your watch list Discord only? No, I'll tell you my watch list right now. Macy's, Neo, Facebook, Lee Auto. I feel like I'm forgetting something again. Why am I forgetting? Am I Honeywell and Baba. Baba's also on the watch list. So anyway, that's Tesla. So how the hell am I going to get out of Facebook puts? Great question. Let's talk about it. So Facebook. First of all, I wouldn't be surprised if it opens up at 265. I don't. I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't. I just want to wake up tomorrow, and we're at 232, and the gap to the downside has been filled, and everybody's dream come true. Everybody's in Lambos. That would be the dream. But I do suspect it to bounce, and if it bounces hard enough in pre-market, then I expect it to fall. Hold on one second. I got someone knocking my door. Hey. Sorry about that. All right. What is DoorDash delivering food? DoorDash security just came for me. Hell yeah. That's who that's just knocking on my door. They're like, sir, please no. What is DoorDash? Is DoorDash puts tomorrow? Or is look at me. February 16th? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Um all right, the next one. What was I sorry guys, my brain's all over the place. Exiting the puts. So the main question here is, am I going to market fill? No, I'm not. Most of the time at the bell, there is somebody who's going to be buying your put. My goal is I'm going to, and this is going to be tough because this is going to be tough because I actually have to trade both of my accounts at the bell tomorrow. So you're going to just hear me for the first 5 to 10 minutes getting out of a position. The first thing that I need to do is evaluate where we're at in pre-market. If we're at 262.50 or 265 retesting that level there, at that point, I'm probably going to either A, wait for the initial spike down, because I would expect a quick spike down first, and then as it moves down, I would take profit. There is not any other way to get out of this other than to just keep trying to sell. If you do not have hotkeys, you need to have your phone up and your browser if you're on Webull or Robinhood. That's how you do it. Because that way you can click sell, back, forth, back and forth. What's up, Starboy? Did you get Facebook puts, dude? Yeah, dude. I talked to I skipped Spotify and QCOM, dude. They didn't have the right move set up. But I did call Facebook. I called Facebook puts 260 strike with a 248 target. So that's what we're gonna be opening up with those tomorrow. Starboy, dude, you gotta hop in the live at the end of the day, dude. And I'll tell you what, we'll come play earnings tomorrow. I'll be here. So anyway, I'm just trying to get out. Like, that's it. I'm just trying to get out. And the open is where I can describe to you more of what happens. If we're down, let's say we're down further, we're down to 240, I'm out immediately. If we're opening red, I'm out immediately. I'm selling, I'm selling, I'm selling. I'm not doing any projected, what is this going to sell at? I'm selling the contracts as soon as they open up. And the thing is, you're going to lose money. Already be okay with that. But think about what we did. We took a 260 put at 323. You are going to be making money as long as you just keep hitting sell. You will get out, and you will get out for a good gain. It doesn't matter as long as you make money on this. You should make a couple 100%. But again, it does have a lot to do with where it opens up. If it opens up 265, maybe I give it a minute or two to make a move. If it opens up lower than that, for sure I'm gonna take profit immediately. So I would imagine that it's gonna bounce. Look at that. See that right there? That's what happens when you play VR and you're playing boxing and you punch the fucking wall instead of someone can play VR with me. I was kidding. I want to do 50. Starboy, if you want to play Amazon, hop on tomorrow. At the end of the day, I'm going to signal at Amazon. I will take Amazon tomorrow. Do I do crypto? I buy it, but nah. Guardian VR helps that. Yeah, I know the Guardian helps that, but I still punched outside of it. I got long ass arms, man. I'll tell you right now that Facebook, Amazon is not going to open up uh at the same price. And here's the difficult part, guys, is it's going to be a Friday open. Your swing weeklies. It is absolutely it's sketchy. But if I was to take a put on Amazon, hold on, I'll tell you right now. I'm hitting 2400s or I'm hitting 2375s. Hold on one second. Yeah, so 2300s, 2250 if I'm a small account and I'm gambling, if I got a, 10K account, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do 2100. 2100 or no, excuse me, $2200 puts. $22 hundred or $2200 puts. Use my mouth. All right. We'll pause. How do you calculate profit? Options options calculator. Yeah, WWE is publicly traded. I've shorted WWE. It felt good. Felt natural, instinctual even. All Jimmy. Anyways, Jimmy Dean, how's the breakfast sausage company going? Can I chart Sophie? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, not getting a lot of chart requests tonight. That's okay. Still within the wedge. Still within the stupid wedge. Oof, I know somebody who put 100 grand into that at the top. Oh, I told him not to if he didn't listen to me. He said he had 30 years in the market and that he knew better. I want to do $3,500 calls. If I took Amazon calls, I would take $3,500 calls. But Starboy, don't go into it one-sided, homie. I straddle everything outside of the money or strangle it. Strangle up close, right outside of the money. Straddle outside. That's what we just did on Facebook, homie. We go look at the 260 puts. That's what we took today. For I bet he is Spider-Man. I know he is. I just played. I fucked you up with that $2,200 put. Nah. A $360 billion loss in market cap. Is it the opposite? Do I have it confused? Oh yeah, so straddle is right up close, strangle is outside. Yeah. I don't play any stocks that I can't take both sides. So, Micah, thank you. Anyway, Sophie, if you're watching Sophie, I would watch it below $12 for potential continuation of the downside. It's not looking great. This is a pretty bearish sign here, so I'd be kind of watching Sophie to around 1187, potentially 1137. So, all right, guys, it is 9:30. I gotta go ahead and get to bed. If you guys want, you guys can get up with me. I'll be early tomorrow morning, so you guys go ahead and join me um, on TikTok and Discord bright and early tomorrow morning. So probably be up around um, 7:30. So, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. I will be playing earnings tomorrow. I will be taking profit. I will be trading live. So please feel free to hang out. Please feel free to ask questions. This is your opportunity to learn. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Go look up the definitions of what I'm saying. In our Discord, we have all of that information. As soon as you say, if you're interested in this, and I'm just speaking to new people, people learning, if you're interested in something, or if somebody says something that you find intriguing, learn about it. Go, even if it's not your strategy, learn about it. Even if it's above your skill level, go learn about it. If you can't understand it, it's going to lead you down a rabbit hole, and eventually you're going to come out understanding a lot more than you did before. So take the time to ask me questions. I know there's a lot of probably other I don't know of any, but I mean I know that there's other people who are making answering all of these questions. There are no paywalls behind education, so you ask, I'll answer. I don't hold any strategies. Today we explained the orb strategy. I know somebody right now selling the orb strategy and SMA the strat for a $350 course. So, you guys are learning what people charge stupidly. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Not a problem. Peace out.